Prince Harry and wife Meghan Markle, they've just learned the hardest of lessons, which is, if you start a brawl, do not be surprised if you end up getting punched twice as hard. In fact, South Park has just knocked them out.
The never-ending Meghan Markle story has taken a dramatic turn, with reports that the Duchess of Sussex has left to Dubai in self-imposed exile. Meghan is furious, embarrassed, and supposedly planning a media escape route in the Middle East after becoming the target of a scathing parody from South Park, the satirical program notorious for mercilessly criticizing prominent people after a vicious new rose.
Devastating, very funny, and it made Harry and Meghan a laughingstock around the world. And not just in the English-speaking parts of it, the Spanish one as well, and in France, and in Germany, and in Holland, in fact, just about everywhere. It has been devastating. Joining me every Monday is commentator Esther Kraku.
Meghan gets dragged through the dirt by the most recent sketch titled Respect Our Pregnancy episode, which makes allusions to tone-deaf corporate deals, influencer hypocrisy, and phony baby bumps. According to sources, the criticism has now become so intense that Meghan is thinking of abandoning Hollywood completely in favor of the glitzy but far-off beaches of Dubai. When satire becomes too personal for Meghan Markle, it may cause a complete breakdown.
That has made them look ridiculous around virtually the whole world, not least because that mockery was so accurate. I mean, I can't imagine they've got an ego big enough to bear that.
Insiders claim that when South Park released yet another vicious parody, this time titled Respect Our Pregnancy, which took aim at Meghan's previous scandals, the Duchess of Sussex went into full panic mode, resulting in the complete breakdown of a well-planned image and a lavish vacation to Dubai. Her notorious moon bump was parodied in the comedy, and the tone-deaf brand develops a concern with privacy while vying for attention.
The look that they were going for. And look, South Park is known for satire and for mocking people. No one is safe. This isn't the first time they've done an episode on the royal family, but this particular episode was quite scathing in the grains of truth that it held. And I'm not sure how the Sussexes are taking it. Obviously, it is a cartoon.
The retaliation was swift, severe, and global. Meghan Markle has long been a target of South Park, but in a brutal animated segment titled Respect Our Pregnancy, the 2025 Diversity, Equity, Inclusion special went even farther in ridiculing Meghan's meticulously staged pregnancy photos, rumored fake baby bump, moon bump, and influencer brand motherhood messaging. The story didn't end there. Additionally, the spoof made fun of her spiritual branding as a fashion line and her frequent appeals for...
The episode called what they were doing a worldwide privacy tour, which is obviously a play on really what they're trying to do.
Every time I hear that, it's just so brilliant.
TikTok Reddit users praised the episode as cruel, funny, and the last nail in the coffin, while hashtags like South Park Meghan, Moon Bump, and Pillowgate were trending on X Twitter as they actively pursued media attention within hours.
Now, there is no doubt about it that Meghan Markle's viral video created a new negative wave of backlash against her that resulted in many other studios actually deciding to put any kind of affiliation with her either to a halt or firing her directly. That's exactly what happened with both Paramount and A24.
Even Die Hard. Fans of Sussex were divided. This time, Meghan had no defense against the sarcasm. According to some people close to the Duchess, she became totally insane after the airing of the program. According to one assistant, she was seen screaming at her employees, accusing them of allowing the incident to surprise her. Others claim that she stopped talking for days and wouldn't answer the phone from Harry or R12 partners Netflix. She believed that 2025 would mark the first year of her return. She's the joke again, and she's not handling it well. According to a Hollywood source, according to insiders, Meghan took offense to the parody.
Yes, took them out of the box, put them in some other packets, which seems to be Meghan's idea of cooking.
Let me grab this part.
Fuck. Ooh, sorry, that's all he says.
Let me take this section. Fuck. I apologize, but that's all he says. Particularly in the sketches that mention brand-first empathy and performative parenting, it was more than satire. While Meghan's team says the move to Dubai is about global opportunities, others see it as a desperate escape from reality. With Netflix projects paused and American Riviera Orchard mocked online as ever facing a stalled relaunch, Meghan's options in the West are limited. To her, it was character assassination delivered in front of millions. We is moving to Dubai. According to reports, she wants to reestablish her brand as a global luxury icon in the Middle East, with an emphasis on fashion, charity, and health. However, media commentators remain dubious.
Has become the punchline of a Saturday Night Live joke. Let's have a look.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an...
Cultural critic Lydia Brandt claims that a fresh setting doesn't change a stale story, it's simply more the same. Before the South Park spoof aired, Meghan ran from criticism, changed who she was, and then did it again. Meghan's strange American Riviera Orchard advertising video, in which she was shown twerking in a garden while clutching a jam jar, had previously drawn criticism. What was supposed to seem relaxed and strong instead came off as clumsy, wildly manufactured, and out of date. Cringe, desperate, and wannabe, social media ripped it apart. Gwyneth were typical answers. Even fans thought the video was poorly done and unclear.
A mystery for the ages!
Hey?
Did you know it's cold in there?
Yeah.
Must be an American thing.
It's not.
But wait, watch this. Amazing, right? This might be the...
Possibly, this was specifically addressed in the South Park special, which animated a scene of a character twerking while shouting, "Respect our authenticity." The business has apparently stagnated, and Meghan has halted all product rollouts behind closed doors as a result of the brutality of the situation. Meghan's most recent endeavor, a scripted series, partially based on her feminist metamorphosis from royal to renegade, has drawn criticism from Netflix officials. On paper, the proposal was compelling, but Meghan was a cultural risk because of the South Park debacle and the brand implosions. We're not canceling it, but we're also not approving it at this time because the brand is too unstable, a top executive told Variety off the record.
Back by changing our brand. All right, and I do see you're in our database, but you didn't first get help at this Cumhammer location?
No, my wife went to one in California as a child.
Ah, okay, then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Meghan, who previously regarded Netflix as her most powerful post-royal ally, has suffered yet another setback. According to reports, Harry is still in Montecito, taking care of the kids and running the Archwell's enterprise by himself, while Meghan is exiled to Dubai. According to insiders, Harry feels emotionally spent, bewildered, and irritated, particularly after being excluded from Meghan's choice to leave. According to reports, the couple's tensions have escalated to an all-time high. Some close to the pair worry a public breakup is imminent since Meghan said she wanted space, despite his entreaties to remain and face the media storm together, according to one source.
Elon built electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why is he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
Lovely home.
Yes, it's Buckingham Palace, you fucking idiot. What a stupid thing to say.
Jesus.
These are my girlfriends.
Meghan Markle is in control of her story. Get ready because we are officially watching what can only be described as the slow, dramatic collapse of the Meghan movement. And folks, yes, it's unfolding harder than Musk trying to explain inflation without sounding dumb or Trump rewriting history with Sharpie ink. Because boom, just like that, while Meghan makes another high-profile escape to Dubai like she's starring in her own version of The Crown, minus The Crown, Harry's stuck in California clinging to the last threads of relevance and probably Googling how to disappear between legal briefings, and honey, nothing says instability quite like having South Park tear through your public image like it was written in disappearing ink while failed ventures pile up faster than Trump's bankruptcies. Suddenly, the once carefully curated illusion of empowerment, independence, and healing looks less like liberation and more like projection wrapped in multi-million-dollar deals that somehow never paid off. And when Matt Stone and Trey Parker get involved, suddenly this isn't just media scrutiny anymore, it's cultural dissection at full volume. And while Meghan tries to outrun the chaos by jetting overseas, her silence is deafening, her usual rapid response PR machine completely offline, while tensions with Harry reportedly mount like a Netflix special waiting to drop. And trust me, nothing says exposure quite like having your life reduced to punchlines sharper than late night hosts can land while your brand implodes under lawsuits, leaks, and laughter from people who finally see through the act. Because when your entire operation runs on ego, eventually someone shows up with light, with animation studios, with truth bombs, and with timing so perfect it makes Dana Carvey's impression look tame. And baby, that light just turned on, shining straight into the cracks of a fairy tale that never really landed. And folks, whether she's in Dubai or deep in damage control, there's no hiding from this kind of meltdown. One viral moment at a time, one financial bombshell, one stunned silence followed by thunderous clicks across royal gossip sites and comedy breakdowns alike. So yes, while Meghan keeps running and Harry keeps flailing and Tyler Perry quietly updates his memoir, the rest of us are just sitting back watching the collapse unfold like must-see TV. Because when your idea of leadership looks less like diplomacy and more like a midlife crisis with billions, someone everyone always shows up with the right move. And honey, that move just dropped. Harder than a congressional hearing, faster than Musk deletes tweets, and louder than Trump screaming at portraits inside Mar-a-Lago. Boom, just like that, checkmate, in the messiest way possible.
If it's truly what we want, then we really can get away from it all. No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life. Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling. We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the...
Meghan Markle can control the narrative. Get ready, because we are officially watching what can only be described as Meghan demanding attention while collapsing under it. And folks, this time she's not just dodging royal protocol or tabloid headlines. No, honey, she's now going after South Park like she invented satire and suddenly got offended by her own parody. When Meghan addressed the controversy head-on in an interview, she tried to spin it as they're making fun of people who take themselves too seriously, which would have been clever if she hadn't spent the last decade screaming into cameras, demanding coverage, and treating every slight as a personal attack wrapped in victimhood. And boom, just like that, suddenly everyone remembered the pattern. She craves fame, but the second someone makes fun of it instead of clapping for it, she panics. She demands edits, she threatens takedowns, she sends lawyers after late-night TV shows like they're hosting witch hunts instead of comedy specials. But here's the kicker. Her legal team reportedly reached out to Paramount and Comedy Central trying to get the South Park episode pulled, only to be laughed out of the room by media lawyers who know full well that satire is protected under the First Amendment like windmills are protected from Trump's conspiracy theories. Because when your idea of leadership looks less like diplomacy and more like throwing tantrums over jokes you asked for by being famous, you don't look powerful. You look exposed. And suddenly, the Duchess, once seen as a victim of royal repression, is now increasingly viewed as a PR manipulator who can't take a punchline, let alone a policy debate. So yes, folks, while Meghan keeps pretending she's above the fray, while she keeps rewriting her public image like it's part of her Netflix deal, the rest of us are just sitting back, watching the chaos unfold like it's must-see TV. Because when your entire brand is built on outrage, and suddenly no one's canceling the show, you don't just lose control. You lose credibility, you lose clout, and eventually you lose the plot completely.
Speak to me because of this security stuff. But it would be nice to recognize
about it. Meghan got everything she wanted. She got the husband, she got the children, she got the HRA, she got everything that allowed her to rise up and to have that global recognition that we know how badly she...
Ladies, gentlemen, and anyone who still thinks Meghan Markle can escape scrutiny by fleeing to Dubai, get ready, because we are officially watching what can only be described as a full-blown brand collapse so brutal it made her latest Netflix deal look like a footnote in a story she no longer controls. And folks, yes, it hit harder than Musk trying to explain AI without sounding dumb or Trump rewriting history mid-sentence with Sharpie ink, because boom, just like that, suddenly South Park roasting her isn't just funny, it's exposure, and attempting to silence it only deepens the humiliation. If Meghan sues, she looks desperate. If she doesn't, she appears defeated. And honey, nothing says fall from grace quite like being trapped in a lose-lose where every move makes you look more like the thing she claims to fight, an unrelatable, out-of-touch celebrity with no real cause but plenty of curated captions. This isn't just about a cartoon, no, this is about a carefully crafted image finally cracking under pressure. The calculated brand of modern royalty, feminist iconography, and global humanitarianism now looking less like empowerment and more like projection wrapped in turtlenecks and multi-million-dollar podcast deals that somehow never paid off. She wanted to be the face of change, but instead, she's become the walking contradiction, fleeing consequences while chasing reinvention in the gold-plated skyline of Dubai like she Googled how to disappear between therapy sessions and LinkedIn updates. And now, the world is asking, will Western media ever welcome her back? Can she recover? Or is this self-imposed exile not a reset, but the slow fade of someone who traded authenticity for optics, privacy for production sets, and mental health advocacy for a brand that keeps leaking faster than Musk's last PR campaign? Because when your idea of leadership looks less like diplomacy and more like a confused raccoon yelling "China" at a debate about windmills, you don't win support. You lose credibility, you lose grip, and eventually you lose relevance completely. So stick around, folks, because while Meghan keeps pretending this is just another bump in the road, while she keeps telling herself she's winning the long game, we'll be right here breaking it down with zero mercy and zero surprise, one viral leak at a time. One stunned silence followed by thunderous clicks across royal gossip sites. Because when your entire operation runs on ego, denial, and the illusion of control, someone always shows up with the right move. And baby, that move just dropped. Harder than a congressional hearing, faster than Trump can delete a tweet after realizing he sounded dumb, and louder than Stephen Miller screaming into a void. Boom, just like that, folks. Checkmate in the messiest way possible.